Hey y'all, I'm back. Okay, so I want to give the red flags to the friends and family today about how they can be aware if their loved ones can get out of these DV relationships. You know, when to prevent yourself from going through the heartache of losing a loved one, having to put them on a T-shirt, having to ask why or questions. Because we pay attention, we'll see stuff like we usually we see what's going on in our friends' relationships. We do we do show enough concern to see what's going on in our friends' relationships and stuff, right? And I'm only speaking from experience, y'all. I have been through this. I have survived it, and I just want to teach women how to tap into their inner warrior so they can beat this. I'm so tired of victims dying from. I'm just watching a story just now, and it's just heartbreaking. I'm tired of it, and women gotta hold themselves accountable. So I can stop complaining myself about saying these women gotta be held accountable. I don't want to hear no more excuses. I want to start putting out information out there for everybody to learn from this. Everybody to learn, so we can all prevent this. This is not to teach the this is not for rehabilitation for those demons. There's no they're just going to be those demons, but this is to stop women from being victims. This is for families can stop having to bury loved ones if they care. If they care, because sometimes we got to see family will watch us go down too, but this is for the family members who see the signs, and I also will have tips on how to help them escape. Okay, so the first sign that your friend, your loved one is in excuse me, is in a domestic violence relationship is they will stop communicating. The communicating will start getting less and less, because these demons, they like to conquer. They like to conquer them and isolate them, and any outsiders is a threat to helping them to escape. And they want to also make it seem like they're this good guy in front of the family too, like they're just loving, taking care of this person, and this person wants to be around them all the time. Okay, and then the person who your loved one may become offensive, or they may become invasive when you ask about the relationship, because they're under a possession. That's like a person who's addicted to drugs. They're gonna deny it. They're gonna deny that they're addicted, because they still want their drug. It's something about their drugs that they want. They don't understand it, but that's the same thing as possession. These people, they're good. They manipulate you, and they'll make you feel like you're stuck, and they'll make you feel like, so sometimes you isolate yourself from your family and friends. This is what the victim is going through. I isolate myself from my family and friends, and I'm kind of embarrassed to be around them. They're embarrassed to talk to you. Sometimes they want to tell you, but they're so embarrassed because they're scared of the judgment. You know what I'm saying? So if you start seeing those signs, don't pass them judgments. Just what you want to do is start communicating with them. Hey, I see what you're going through. I need to make sure you're safe. So we need to create us a code talk. We need to create us a plan for you, because I want you to live. Buy them a pow. Buy them some protection where they don't know, but let them know you know what's going on. And you tell them they stupid. Tell them they stupid, because let me tell you something. I went through it, but if I had somebody really tell me how stupid I was being, I probably wouldn't have been stupid. Some people don't want to be stupid. So sometimes women you got to tell women the truth. You got to make them feel dumb about what they in, because women, we don't like being stupid. Okay, not to our loved ones. So that's why they hide it from you, because they don't want to feel stupid. But once you know, you got to tell them, hey, I know what you're going through. You being stupid. You being stupid. This person is going to hurt you. Okay. Okay, and this is the main indicator now. This one here. This is I did it. Like, when I was in my relationship, I had to make sure we looked good on social media. He had to make sure he looked we both had points to prove. I had to prove that I had a good man. He had to prove that he was that man. He could maintain a good family because guess what? Before me, he had abusive relationship with his baby mom. Almost stomped the head out. He told me he went to jail for drugs. I ended up finding out he went to jail for stomping her in the head. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Okay. So they would post on social media this long status. It would be, we're going through the ups and downs. And usually it's after they done had a fight. It's just because she got to try to prove to him that she loved him and prove to the world that everything is going to be okay. She gotta boost his ego. She got to boost his ego. She got to let him know that we're going through it, through good and bad, through it thick and thin. I got you. Because he done not already got mad because she done threatened to leave. And he done got upset. She done had to calm him down. So she got to put it back on social media. Hey, y'all, we happy. This is my man forever. Because I'm not saying... I'm not saying she not feeling it, because at the same time, you feel like you in love and you want to prove something to this person. Because at the same time, we're trying to save them. They're trying to save them because that person who's abusing them is crying also behind. They're beating them and then they will cry. They will beat you. They will beat her and then cry afterwards. And make her feel so sad and, and all this type of stuff or whatever. They're going to cry first couple of times. They're going to hit you and cry. Then they're going to want to do the nasty with you. Okay? They're going to want to do the nasty with them. And then next thing you know, that's why she's posting this long status about ups and downs. Okay? And it boosts their egos. And then it babies the demons. It babies the demons. So... She's not gonna be honest. She's not gonna be honest, okay? Because she's embarrassed. She want to keep this relationship. He done made her feel bad about wanting to leave. He done, like I did Tina. Oh, you gonna leave? You gonna leave me like all the other folks, huh? You gonna leave me like all the other folks? And Tina was like, oh, I would never. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what they want to feel. They want to feel like I would never. And in the back of their head, they're like, this bitch. Yeah, come on. Yeah, bitch. Let me. Now let's have sex. Let me dump some cum on you. You know what I'm saying? Like they just. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. Okay, then you'll see changes in her behavior. She may start holding her head down. She may start being more submissive. Let's say she was outgoing. She won't do certain things around you. Because they done made a pact with the devil. They don't. When you're in these abusive relationships, you don't know, but you actually sign yourself a contract for a pact to get unalive or in hell. That's what you sign. That's what they're signing up for. And if you don't want your loved ones going through this, please listen to these signs and help them. Help them. Tell them they lying. Tell them they lying. And tell them, this person gonna kill you. They don't care nothing about you. If they putting their hands on you, they don't care nothing about you. It's too many videos now where it's gonna be aware. Where they should be aware of this stuff. But anyway, the next one, bruises. That's a given. She's still gonna deny it. She gonna say she walked into that. Wow. I remember the first time that he actually blacked my eyes. Like, he punched me in my nose. My eyes, both my eyes, like I'm hiding. Having little bangs hanging on my face. I ain't want to, nobody seen me. My knees was all scraped up. A couple of days before Thanksgiving, we had Thanksgiving at our house. And I had to wear pants because my knees was all scraped up. And it'd be hot in Texas in Thanksgiving time too. But my knees were scraped on up. They didn't know we at the family function like, oh, nothing happened. He's being a good guy in front of his mama. I'm being a good boy in front of my mama. You know what I'm saying? All this type of stuff. Okay, and then I better put on a good show. Because if I don't, you hear me? All right. And then, so, her new identity is denial. You got to understand it. Her new identity is going to be denial because the demon has to have her fully submit to them. She has to pretend everything is all right because he has convinced her that this is normal, that this is love. I do this because I love you. They don't do this because they love you. They do this because they want to control you. Don't nobody else want them. Don't nobody else want them but this person. And they know this, you know, and oh my goodness. She's let them know that they are being, so the person is going to be hot and cold with them at sometimes. And they're going to be, you know, just tell them this person is hot and cold. You don't know because this person don't like you. They will have a baby with you. They will lick you up real good from the rooter to the tutor. Do you hear me? They will cry and beg and plead. Create suicide letters. All this type of stuff. And still, if they just know, if they suicidal, they homicidal, okay? I don't know if YouTube gonna violate me on it, but it is what it is, okay? Okay. All right. So then they turn to hot and cold, and then because you keep coming back, they're gonna think you pathetic for staying with them, right? So now the mission is, okay, I got a brain. I got her in hell. She gonna stay in this hell. But the moment you try to leave, oh girl, I'm going to jail because who you think you is? Who you think you is? Okay, so that's the mission. Jail or hell is the mission in these, okay? Because that's the demon. That's the demon's end goal or whatever, right? She got to keep the escape plan on the low because you never want to tell them that you're going to leave. So once you see those signs, tell her right off top, if you get tired of him, baby, fake your funk. Fake your funk until it's time to get out. Don't argue with him. Don't, because he gonna provoke her. He might get mad if she don't even argue with him no more. He gonna find a reason to beat her anyway. You get what I'm saying? It's horrible what really domestic violence victims go through or whatever. But we gotta start holding ourselves accountable. Gotta start loving ourselves. You cannot love that man if you don't love him. If you don't love yourself. You cannot love your kids if you don't love yourself. If you don't want to say yourself and get out of this relationship, there's no way you can say you love your kids. Let her know right then. You don't love them kids. You don't love them kids. So if you did, you won't want to put them on. It ain't no love that big because guess what? You with them kids gonna be without a mother. They're gonna be without a mother. But some victims are so addicted to the drama, they get a rise out of it too. They get a lot. Some that you can't save who actually love the drama, who love to keep my man this, my man that. Some are just lost causes, but there are some that are just thinking they're really in love. And you just got to tell them, like, you're not in love. You got to treat her like she a drug addict. Literally. You got to call the priest and need a whole exorcism. But at the end of the day, I just want to say, tell them. Also, get him before he gets you. Get them before they get you. Make sure you have a paper trail. Get you your restraining order. That restraining order will not save your life, but it will help you beat the case. Okay? That restraining order ain't going to save your life, but it's going to help you beat the case. You get him before he gets you. Okay?